I'm Johnny Jenkins from Gateway 97.8, a community radio station in Basildon, and we're here at the Force Control Room at Essex Police with Roger Hirst, the Police Fire and Crime Commissioner for Essex, and BJ Harrington, the Chief Constable for Essex Police. I'll come to you on this one, Chief. It's from Anthony in Heybridge. He says, what can be done to stop dangerous driving that Anthony comes across on nearly every journey he makes? People speed, undertake, fail to indicate, and there are no police officers to address this.
I mean, keeping our roads safe is a real priority for Essex Police. We've invested vastly this year in extra roads policing officers. We investigate a large number of serious incidents and deaths on the road, which are tragic. But we're also part of a really strong partnership with the Safer Essex Roads Partnership, with the highways authorities, with many other partners on the road, to try and make sure that we keep our roads safe. It's a shared effort. We do have patrols out there. We do enforcement activity. We prosecute people. We also educate people to make sure that they improve their driving skills, so they don't speed, so they're aware of the risks they cause. And of course, we also have to spend time with the families of loved ones who lose the people. But this is everyone's shared effort. There's lots of work going on in this space, whether it's the highways authorities, the councils, and of course communities getting involved in this around making sure. But ultimately it's us, it's we who are driving on these roads, so we've got to influence ourselves, our family, our friends. But be assured, Essex Police are out there enforcing, issuing tickets and tackling people, particularly drug and drink driving.
And I think it's actually a very successful partnership as well, isn't it, Chief? So, what we've actually had is a target to reduce the number of people killed and seriously injured over 10 years by 40%, and it's worked. Over the period from 2010 to 2020, we will have pretty much achieved that. We need to think now about what our new targets are, because the reality is that even after that success, bad driving is still the biggest crime killer in this county, and we need to get our arms around that and get it.
Jimmy Waters from the Forward Action Group speaks about an active speed watch group in the village. One of the roads, a 30-mile-an-hour road, has been described by the police as too dangerous to allow the group to operate there. So what can the police do to support the Forward Action Group and the residents who live there to deal with the lawbreakers? Well,
we really encourage local communities to get involved to keep their communities safe. So, Peel said that the police are the public are the police, and that's exactly what we have to do, and we really support communities doing that work. Through the partnership, we do target and look at roads which are dangerous. That's for the design of the roads. That's around speed enforcement cameras and sort of static ways of reducing speed. And of course, where we get hotspots either of injury, of accident, and of course concerns, we look at that and we do target patrols through local communities, local community officers, and our specialist roads policing officers.
And I do community speed watch locally in my area as well. I'm a volunteer too, and I have to say it really works. It slows down the traffic, keeps people safe.
Gary in Shenfield says it's not uncommon to hear and see cars travelling sometimes at least double the speed limit of 30 miles an hour. Are there any plans to provide appropriate countermeasures on these types of roads in Shenfield?
Well, maybe that's one for me, Chief, given it's actually where I live. So I think the key thing there, Gary needs to raise that with his local councillor. We have a local highways panel in Shenfield, every area in the county does. They can look at putting in place a speed measurement trap, so we actually know where that speeding is happening, and then think about measures to do with road design, to do with speed cameras, as you say, to do with interventions to solve that.
At exactly that point, we are out there patrolling. You'll see officers on our main roads and on our motorways. Even myself, I spend a lot of time warning people about their driving, and all my officers do that. We tackle some of the most serious stuff. That's where policing fits in, really. That's the bit that we add, whether that's drug driving, which sadly we see an increase. You'll have seen big campaigns from us to say, look, you might take drugs, and of course I'd never condone that, but the effect is not just now when you take it, it's tomorrow when you get up for work. And of course drink driving, which remains a scourge. More people are aware of that. We've got to continue with your friends, your family, and those people to make sure that you're not, those things are where we target people, we arrest them, and of course speeding, we do tackle that as well.